Hey guys, it's Plasma Dragon here, and today I thought we would do a Pokemon video to kind of showcase that side of the channel and like what kind of things to expect in the future. Today I kind of want to showcase a creation of my own, and I'm dubbing it the Master-DEX. And it's kind of how it sounds. At the time of recording this video, there are a few YouTubers or PokeTubers, at least one that I know of, that has created uh, a type of template, if you will, and different categories of living dexes for collectors of Pokemon that like to catch and collect. One of these was the final form dex. It's where you don't have to have all the forms of the basic and mid stage evolutions. You only need the final forms of the Pokemon to have. So you don't have to like expend a lot of time catching and everything else. A lot of people are satisfied like that. A lot of casual players kind of play like that. For a lot of people that are a bit more serious, like myself, I've been collecting for at least towards living dexes and living shiny dexes for about 15, 16 years now. Um, at least since Diamond and Pearl first came out, whenever they had the GTS come out, I remember that was the first time I ever had a true living dex of all the Pokemon from 1 to 493. And at the time, I never even considered different forms because one of the few Pokemon that had different forms at the time was Gastrodon. And it was very niche whenever they did do gender differences and stuff like that because I don't think they added Venusaur's gender difference until I think like generation 3 or 4. You know, go figure. So after I started collecting and I noticed that there was different forms for everything and I wasn't exactly sure which ones were had different forms at the time. So I ended up what I ended up doing is building two separate living dexes, one for males and one for females, and then having all alternate forms afterwards separate. And with the new games, Scarlet and Violet, and they're about to have Pokemon Home and their connectivity with Pokemon Home about to come out, I had to make a tough decision to cut a lot of Pokemon out to make room. And for those of you who don't know, on Pokemon Home, when you at least use it on the Switch, you can look at the first, I think it's 30 boxes of Pokemon in Home, and the first however many Pokemon we had up until Legends Arceus fit perfectly up until that point. Legends Arceus came out and it kind of spilled over into the next box a little bit, but for the most part, before Arceus, Sword and Shield and backwards fit perfectly into that box. And with Scarlet and Violet and then the DLCs on the way, I knew I had to make space and fast. So I devised this template of combining both dexes, and in doing so came up with the idea of calling it the Master-DEX, since it will have all forms of Pokemon in it. And I kind of watched how other people are organizing them and how they have them categorized and everything else. And I'm not trying to have a competition with anybody. I'm not saying my idea is better than anyone else's or their idea is better than mine. I just want to try to help you guys find an easy way to categorize these. And I came up with this one on my own. And if it helps you guys, that's great. I'm glad that it helped. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions on how to improve on something like this, after you see it here in a moment, um, feel free to leave comments down below. If you guys like the video, don't forget, hit that thumbs up. Let me know. It's always good to know. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about and how I think moving forward, how people should kind of like get a grasp on how they want to organize their living dexes moving onward. Here's kind of how it goes: is each Pokemon that has a alternate form, including gender, is assigned a letter and a number. So, for a good example, thankfully, Pikachu actually headlines the box for the second box. The male Pikachu is now known as number 25A1, and the female Pikachu next to him would be number 25A2, because it's the A form, and there's two forms of A. And if you would have multiple gender forms for the hat forms, this would be 25B1 and then B2 if there was a female version. Luckily, the Ash Hat Pikachus only exist in male versions, meaning that I was able to categorize them in alphabet going downwards. So this was 25B, 25C, D, E, and so on and so forth. Like Sandshrew and Sandslash being number 27 and 28 would be 27A and 27B. Because there's no gender differences, it just switches to another form altogether. Some other Pokemon that are noteworthy are like Arcanine would be number 59A, and the Hisuian Arcanine would be 59B, which is why it starts with that. There were some other Pokemon I kind of wanted to highlight, like the Unknown. The Unknown, I was a little bit kind of like in my own creative mode when I was going through them, and instead of going with a letter and a number, I put an asterisk next to it because they are all letters. So this would be 201A, 201B, and all the way through the alphabet. And you can see there's a space empty right here, and it's not because I don't have that Pokemon, it's just the Paldean Wooper that I don't have yet. So this would be number 194A1, 194A2, and then the Paldean Wooper would be 194B. And then Quagsire would be 190. Oh, is that right? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to edit this. This is one. Sorry, I had to do this in the middle of the video. 194B. And then I got confused because the one next to it is number 195A. And that's how, sorry, I'm getting tripped up over my words. That's how the Pokemon is going to be categorized. So you won't see Clodsire after Paldean Wooper, unfortunately, because it has its own dex number. A bit of trouble that I was coming up with was the exclamation mark and the question mark, since the template I created focuses mainly on just adding letters and numbers to catalog these Pokemon. So I haven't exactly set in stone if I want to use the exclamation mark and the question mark for those two unknown, or if I just kind of want to use numbers and letters like I have been. If you guys have any ideas, like I said, feel free to leave them down below. Moving on, another one I wanted to kind of touch on that has a lot of different forms was the Alcremie. There are so many. Oh, and Vivillon. Vivillon was number 666, so this one, like, it just went through all the letters, and forgot exactly how many forms there are, but I ended up on the letter T on this page, and it starts with Litleo. Okay, so yeah, that is all the forms on one page. Furfur, all the forms are in this particular order, and how I figured this out is, in a particular order of how to organize them, is when I go into list view and you want to sort your Pokemon, you can go down to the bottom and it goes into National Pokedex order, and it puts all the Pokemon in a certain type of order that I guess the Pokemon company themselves have wanted this Pokemon to go. Tripping over my words again. This is how the Pokemon Company intended the Pokemon order to go in, and I've noticed that you usually see the males before you do the females. And it's the same with like Butterfree, for example. You'll see the male, and then you'll see the female. Male, then the female, and then the Alolan form. And it's kind of similar in the sense too that, like I said, when I had Furfrou, like for example, he's down here in Gen 5. There we go. There's the Vivillon. And this is exactly how I filled out the Vivillon forms too, is I looked at how Pokemon want their decks organized. And you can see, like, I have right here a Vivillon pattern here, and next to it is a shiny version. So the shiny version still goes next to the regular version, and they don't put the shiny version, like, let's say, after the Pokeball or anything like that. These two are regular, but yes, this is how they want it. And like the Flabébé colors, they want them color ordered and colored from red to yellow to orange to blue to white. The Furfrous, they have a specific order they also go in, and that's how I figured that out as well. The Alcremies was really fun to do. It was actually really simple. A lot of you might think it was actually kind of hard since there's so many different forms of it, but so its number is 869. This would be number 869A1, and it goes all the way down to A7 and then switches over to B. So this will be number 869B1 all the way to B7, and this would be 869C1 and C2, and continues with 869C3 all the way to C7, and so on and so forth. Ends with G4 on this page, and then it keeps even going after that to G. I don't know why that says 3. It should be 5, but I'll have to fix that here in a moment. But yeah, G5 to 7, and it ends on I. If you guys like this type of organization method, let me know. If you guys see any better methods, please also let me know. I have been organizing my boxes for years. It's something I do in my spare time for fun. I love it. I consider myself to have like a mild OCD sometimes, where I just have to have everything in a specific order, in a specific way. And I think like this way was really helpful. I'm actually going to fix this. It is bugging me now that I'm talking about it. This should be G5. Sorry. That was just killing me. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video and enjoyed how I've got my Pokemon home set up, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know in the comments down below your ideas, thoughts, and opinions on this, and any ideas that you guys want me to talk about in future videos. If you guys want to see me shiny hunt, let me know. I can... Oh, I just exited out of it. I think I got around 700 or so shinies at the moment. I am trying to build a living shiny dex. It has taken me so long to get where I am now, and if I can share that experience with you guys, that would be amazing. I might actually post a shiny hunt or two later today. I do have a box opening coming up. I have a box of Ancient Guardians for Yu-Gi-Oh! That I want to do an opening for pretty soon. Other things to look forward to are deck lists, like I said, playthroughs, anything like Nintendo related or Pokemon related. Yep, I'm just still trying to figure out what this channel is going to be, what kind of direction it's going to take. And I really would love to have you guys help shape this channel and make it something that I myself and everyone that watches can be proud of. So thanks again for watching, guys. Sorry it took so long. I know I'm rambling. I know I tripped up over my words a ton of times in this video, but hey, it happens. I'm not a great editor. I don't have an editor. I can't really do anything with my videos or anything right now, so just kind of got to wing it. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you around.